Hey everyone, this is my challenge for lesson 5. I've got Photoshop open already, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the images that I'm going to be using. So this is going to be my background layer here. And I'm going to go ahead and resize this to be the same size as the rest of the canvas. So I'm just going to click and drag and let it snap to the corners. I'm not holding shift down, I'm just simply clicking and dragging to the corners. That's good there, so we'll go ahead and accept that, and then I'm going to right click and we're going to rasterize that layer. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring in my 3 images. So image number 1, my food of choice for the week was skyline. So I'm going to hold shift down so I can keep the aspect ratio, and then we're going to go ahead and resize this down. That looks pretty good there, so we'll go ahead and click OK on that, and then I'm going to right click over here and we're going to rasterize the layer. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with the cheese counties here, but this time we're going to need to make those a little bit larger, so I'm going to hold the shift key down to keep the aspect ratio, and we're going to make the cheese counties roughly about the same size as the 3-way there. Just a little bit smaller, that's pretty good there. We'll go ahead and click OK. And then I'm going to right click and rasterize the layer. Okay, the last thing we're going to bring in is the bottles of Skyline hot sauce. Can't go to Skyline without that. Okay, so now we've got bottles of hot sauce, which those are really large, so I'm going to hold shift down. We're going to shrink these down. That's pretty good in size right there, so we'll go ahead, let go, click OK, and then I'm going to right click and rasterize the layer. Okay, now that all my layers have been rasterized, I can work with these. So I'm going to do something a little bit different than just the just using the mask on there. What I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to use the layer mask down here. But what I'm going to do to select the area that I want, because I don't want any of that white showing, I'm going to go ahead and use the magic wand tool. And so I'm going to select the 3-way right now, use the magic wand, do a little bit of a draw on that. Then we're going to go up to the select menu and I'm going to invert the selection. So now it's selected everything inside instead of outside. And when I hit the mask button, now we've just got the 3-way. Same thing over here on the cheese counties. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this into view so that I can see it a little bit better. Now I'm going to select the magic wand tool, draw on that just a little bit. Again, go up to the select menu, invert it, and now we can go down and put the layer mask in. So we've got our layer mask going in. We'll do the same thing on the hot sauce. Select just a little bit, we'll go up to the select menu, invert, and go down here. Now we've got the selection. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and line these guys up. Now, there's lots of different things that we can do with these images once we've got them already set like this. So let's say I click on here. Well, I could go up and I can do some different things. Like I could, for instance, make an adjustment by desaturating it. So now I've got black and white. Or I could go up to the image and I could also invert the colors. So that's going to look kind of interesting the way that we've got that. I'm not sure I'd want to have that. Kind of looks like a jellyfish there actually. We can also go and we can do a filter on it. Some different filters. Let's see what a yellow filter would do. Not too much on that. Have to work with that a little bit. And that kind of darkens it up a little bit. And that lightens it back up a little bit. So we're going to kind of darken that up just a little bit there. And click OK on that. Alright, that looks pretty good like that. So we're going to go ahead And first we're going to export this out as a JPEG. And we'll call this challenge 5. Save that to the desktop. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll save this. Once again, as challenge 5. And we'll save that to the desktop. And now that I've got that finished, we'll go ahead and close out of the file. And we'll go ahead and quit out of Photoshop. And that's finished up for this week.